What's up my honey bunnies, and welcome back to the Cruelty-Free Vanity. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a demo and review on the Evxo foundation. I have gotten some requests to do a review and demo on the Evxo foundation. I have been talking about this foundation for a while. I've been using it for a while. I found this last year, I think during summer, and I really fell in love with it. This was actually featured in my 2017 favorites. If you guys have not watched that video, I will link it down below or somewhere on the screen so you guys can check it out. But I really do like this foundation. So in this video, I am going to go over my review, my pros, my cons, and also show you guys a demo of this foundation. That way you guys can see how it goes on, what it looks like on my skin, and all that stuff. So I really do enjoy it. I think it's a really good formula. It's vegan, cruelty-free, it's gluten-free, it's organic. It is a liquid mineral foundation. I do have the color Almond and the color Cork. They only have 6 shades, I believe. The ingredients are actually amazing. There's no coconut oil. That it is suited for all skin types, including acne prone. So it's not gonna clog your pores. In my opinion, it's also pretty affordable. It is $25, but you can also get a coupon code. So usually I do pay around $40, $45 for natural organic foundations. So for this to be way less than that, I feel like it is pretty affordable. $25 compared to $45, $50, or $60, it's definitely way better. It has 24-month shelf life. Compared to other natural foundations, they only have like 12 or 18 or 6 months. This one has 24 months, which is great. As far as my pros, it blends really well. The ingredients are great. It's vegan, it's natural. This foundation is a liquid foundation, and when I first apply it, it does look like it's gonna be a little dewy, but once it's on my skin for like maybe 5 minutes or less, it does start to get a little more matte. I don't consider this a full-on matte foundation, but it's more like a satin. Like I said, it really does blend really nicely with any type of brush that I use. It blends really good. It's not streaky. It is somewhat hydrating and moisturizing, but I always use a moisturizer before. I also love that this foundation doesn't sink into my dry patches. It doesn't like collect around my nose. It doesn't like emphasize my fine lines. I feel like it sits on my skin amazingly, and that's why I love it so much. As far as the coverage, it is not a full coverage foundation. I would pretty much say it's a medium. My only con is pretty much that there's only 6 shades. They started off with 3 shades and then they grew into 6. So I really do hope they keep growing and making more shades, because that is pretty much all of my cons. I really absolutely love this foundation, so I don't really have that many cons. I don't have to set it. It stays on my skin for a long time. Obviously, you can set it if you have very oily skin, but I think this is a great foundation for all skin types. Like I said, whether you're really dry or you're very oily, depending on how you prep your skin, obviously it's gonna depend on how it's gonna look as well. I always try to exfoliate and really moisturize my skin before applying any foundation. That way it looks better and it goes on better. I think I covered pretty much everything when it comes to my review. I talked about my con, which is only one, and then my pros. I covered coverage, wear time, I covered finish, shades. Before I forget, let me talk about the shades that I have. I have the color Almond, which is the very first one I got. This is pretty much the color I use during summer because I do get pretty dark. And then this is the one I'm using now, which is Cork. And this one right here is Cork, which is a lighter shade. This packaging is great because it is an air pump, so there's no air that goes in there. I really do love this type of packaging. I think it's the best one for foundation. And this one right here is Almond. Both Almond and Cork are actually a pretty good match for my skin tone in the summer and in the winter, but I will say that they're not the perfect match or undertone for my skin tone, but they are pretty close, so I really do like the shades that I do have. All right, my honey bunnies, so that was my review and demo for the Evxo Natural Organic Liquid Mineral Foundation. I hope you guys enjoyed it and it was helpful. Again, I really do love this foundation. So I really did speak highly about it because I do love it, but of course we're all different. It can definitely work different for you because we all have different skin types and different preference. I always want to mention that, especially when it comes to foundation, because we're all different. So just because it worked for me doesn't mean it's gonna work the same for you. So just keep that in mind. But that is pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, please give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on my next one. Bye guys.